What's up, champions? So, special request of my alliance, I'm going to be doing a one-off, and I'm going to be trying to voice over my fights, but I'm going to be doing this live, which adds a lot more pressure, but I can't be bothered with the post-editing. That's too much faff. So yeah, let's see how this goes. If I die to all of the fights because of the pressure, then this may never get posted. Let's see. Anyway, so I'm doing path 2 as usual. My alliance has assigned paths. We only do path switching when we need to, or if there's a clear benefit from it. So today I have in my team Jean Grey, Iron Man, and Count Nefaria. Iron Man is obviously only there for the synergy, but the synergy is so overpowered that it makes a huge difference. And my fights today are Maestro, Korg, Nick Fury, Jessica Jones, Spider-Woman. I've got a mini-boss Count Nefaria, I've got a mini-boss Enchantress, and I've got a mini-boss Destroyer. So, without further ado, let's try to get going. There's probably definitely going to be some pauses in my monologuing, definitely as I get into the fights, because this is the first time I'm doing this, so it's probably going to be very rusty. But let's get those boosts on. We're full rainbow. We are Count Nefaria, so we are good to go. I always do the swiping thing just to make sure my keypad isn't sticking, so let's see how this goes. Straight in with an evade. And need to build those charges with Nefaria, that's the key thing. I always try and like to push him to his special 2, because you can then do your evade charges. So far so good. He's probably going to push me out of Ionic soon, so I need to get back into that as soon as possible. But we're looking good so far. There's no real danger. The fight's going well. We've got a good amount of Ionic charges. I want to get back into Ionic, ideally, before he gets his thing that's going to drain me, which is doing at the moment, but I just got back in there. So I'm going to get another one of these in just to build some more charges. I think this is going fairly well so far. There's no real danger in this fight, I think, for Nefaria, because he limits that energy damage he gets, and when Maestro does his... oh, I missed the evade there. When Maestro gets his over 50 charges, I think it is, he puts that energy damage on, so I just want to make sure I get that SP2 in, whilst I've got the Ionic charges up to get the Fury. Got it in. Got the evade in. So I put the I didn't put the vulnerability in, I got failed on that, which is annoying because of the neutralizer, I guess, or something like that. But anyway, this fight's gone fairly well, and that should be GG's, yeah, game over. So not the quickest fight, but with Count Nefaria, super easy. Yeah, Maestro is no real risk, so should be fine. Next fight I hate is I don't know, I just hate the node. I always seem to get stunned here. I always get rooted. I miss using my specials at the wrong time. But we're using Jean Grey against Korg. It should be fairly safe. I'm probably going to be talking less through this one and concentrating a little bit more, but let's see how we go. I'm still fully boosted. Don't want to use any Grey boost for this one. And the node here doesn't really benefit Korg at all, so I'm not really sure on the placement that they've chosen here. But yeah, a couple of hits to the face. See, I'm terrible at doing this. I'm terrible at doing the ring node. Right, hopefully I can get that off. Yeah, perfect. Should have probably waited until he's lost his rock stacks to get that off, but never mind. It's going okay so far. I say that and then I get hit by a SB2. I get that off whilst he's got his rock stack up. So yeah, I'm not doing great on this fight, but I'm not doing great on the management of this fight. With Jean, it should still be fairly safe. I don't think I'm in any real trouble here. But yeah, it's just a case of slogging this one out now, I think. About to get rooted, so I need to use that. He hasn't got his rock stacks up, which is annoying again, but so yeah, you can see I'm really not managing as well. He goes unblockable. He's unblockable again, so I've got to... Right here, I think I can... let me... of course, C. Okay, yeah, now it's really going south. This is not good. He goes unblockable again. This is really going bad. Need to get out of the corner. Alright, use the specialist so I can get rooted. Oh, guys, this is terrible. I feel like this is the pressure from me doing this and trying to speak through, but I brought it on myself. Whew, guys, wow, yeah. So sorry for everyone that's going to be watching that. That is going to be painful for everyone, but we got the solo somehow. I think that's just because Jean is an absolute boss. But yeah, that was terrible. So try to ignore this fight as much as possible when you're watching this and skip ahead, because that was embarrassing. But I managed to hold on. I got cornered. I panicked a little bit and then kind of composed myself. The Jean force field kind of came into play and kept me alive there. Dexed the SB2 in the corner, managed to get out of it and kind of got to a safe place again, but that was poor game management by me. So yeah, don't ever use that as an example of what to do in that fight. Okay, let's go into Nick Fury. I'm using Nefaria here. He is fairly overpowered for this fight, just because of what he does with regen manipulation. I'm a little bit worried about the Ionic charges going off and Nick's unblockable that he's going to get because I'm science. But yeah, let's go for it and see what happens. Off we go. So yeah, I usually start, I'll get and that's where I start to need Iron Man. I'm going to get in some parries first because it's going to help me build my charges up so that I can go straight into Ionic. Get rid of his unblockable, get rid of his charges. we're looking good right now. I've got enough charges to put myself into Ionic again straight away, so I can get rid of all of his regen. And then I'll go straight back into Ionic. Put him into regen again, which I'm just gonna remove from him. I'll take all of that for myself. He's unblockable now, so I want to just kind of make sure he regens to death. And there we go, he's dead. That's just how good Nefaria is for that fight. I mean, Nefaria can be fairly good for Nick Fury anyway. When he gets to that second life, if he's in Ionic mode, he just steals all of that health from himself, which is pretty cool as well. But yeah, just for that node in general, yeah, he's good. So, next fight, I remember a couple of seasons ago, I used to have a lot of problems with this one, a Jessica Jones Spider-Woman. I think it was the one where, what was it? She got a unstoppable, and you had to get a great passive. I think I ended up using Solvark there, and he ended up really good just because of his frostbite that he puts on. He can counter her evade, but yeah, Nefaria is pretty good here as well, outside of that kind of meta, especially when he's got Iron Man, but you do need that Iron Man synergy. So I'm still fully boosted, so let's go. So what I like to do here is get an evade in, and she got the unstoppable from unfazed, so it's good to know that she's got that. Then I like to try and get some parries in. She's got easy to evade heavy, but that gets me loads of charges before I have to worry about stings, and then she's in the corner. I can get cornered. I've got no worries, and I can get my SP1 off whilst she's not got any stings on me. I can make sure I'm Ionic. I can probably get back to Ionic again because I can get another 10 charges here from evading or parrying. And now I just need to wait for her to do that. And then I've got no stings on me, so I can throw my SP2, get a bunch of Furies. I'm still Ionic. So I'm stealing all of the power basically that this node gives her. I do need to watch out a bit here though, because I'm going to lose my Onyx soon, and she's just stung me again, which is a little bit shit. But I think what the best thing to do is here is try and build Ionic again, wait out the stings, and then if I can, I get the SP3, which I can use to go Ionic straight away. So this hasn't gone as smooth as like it goes sometimes, but it's still fairly good, and I know that with 4 stings on me I can get another SP1 off, which means I get back to another Ionic, so I don't need to worry about losing it next time and then having still the power gain. So now is then just a fairly simple fight of making sure I don't get hit, and she is dead as I'm fairly full health still. So yeah, another good example that Nefaria, yeah, he just kills shit, man. He just kills shit. I've definitely done that fight smoother. I think I lost the Ionic there, but you know, it's a fairly chill fight. Right, who am I doing now? Right, I'm going over to Count Nefaria now, and I'm a little bit worried about this one. Basically, anyone that has fought Nefaria on, I don't know, many nodes, you will know that when Nefaria is facing Nefaria, if something goes wrong with like the power gain or the power healing, shit can go off, man. Like, you start draining from each other, and you start healing each other's healing, and you get into this weird cycle of yeah, basically like lagging the game massively. So I'm a little bit worried about this one, but we should be fine. The idea here is basically to keep him to his special 2. So what I want to do I want to start with the power style 1 here? No, I don't think I'll start with the power style 1. I think I will put do I want an invulnerability boost on as well? No, I don't think I need an invulnerability boost. He's not going to a SB3. He might go to an SB3. Let's put an SB3 invulnerability boost on, because if I don't get my Ionic off before he gets to an SB1 and he's stingy with the specials, that could fuck me up. So there's an SB3 boost on. I'm still fully boosted, and yeah, let's go and see what happens here. Basically, the aim of this is just going to keep him to his SB2, because I've got Iron Man here. It should be a fairly chill fight, because I don't really need to worry about the evade or the unstoppable, because I should be able to stop it myself. So again, I'm using the stun, so they go straight into Ionic. He's got into Ionic, and now you can see me lagging here. So I don't know, because of the power gain I'm getting. He gained his... Oh, this is lagging massively, man. But he's out of Ionic now, so that should be better again. That was a bit scary. I'm not in Ionic though, and I've lost my SB3. This isn't going to plan, but I can put him back to Ionic, and hopefully before he gets an SB3, because I cannot do anything there. I need him to throw his special now. Oh, this is lagging so heavily, man. This is why this fight I was worried about. He gains all my healing there, which, yeah, sucks. But he's out of Ionic mode. Hopefully I can kill him fairly quickly here, because this is going downhill quickly. Yeah, I managed to fight that. Guys, this is why I don't want to do this fight again. I warned about it in my like officers group. I'm guessing he gained it because I gained power too quickly from him. It's the first time I've actually done that fight there, but yeah, that was a little bit scary. But yeah, we got through it. So now we are moving on to Enchantress. I hate this motherfucker as well. So I've had 2 deaths so far this season. 1 to Enchantress, and I can't remember what node it was on. I think it was on the EMP node here. Basically because she kept getting the EMP modification, she kept getting the power. I wasn't able to remove her what they called her spells quickly enough, and she just ended up stacking them up. I got caught in the corner, and yeah, it was all a bit of a mess. So my aim here is basically on the hazard shift nodes. Nefaria tends to be quite good for it. I've got a Wags pre-fight as well. But yeah, basically my aim here is I'm just going to keep her to SB3, and yeah, go from there. Let's see if I can get rid of those spells at first, get her to SB3, keep myself Ionic, and I should go Ionic fairly easily on this node just because of Conflictor. When she gains 75% of the bar of power, that'll trigger or should trigger Ionic mode for me, even with the Conflictor. So yeah, let's get my invulnerability boost on again, and let's go. This is going to be a terrible fight again, so be prepared, guys. I apologize for what you're about to see. And she's got her invisibility bit on, so let me see if I can try and, ideally she goes back so I can hear into block. There you go. There we go. I think we're good to go now. No, she wants to throw a spell, and she got all of her spells. Of course she did. But let's remove some of those. And let's see. Right, now I need to just... Right, this is going bad. This is what we want, isn't it? Of course, she goes back to here again. I'm going to have to just kind of risk and say... No, of course I miss. See, this is where it gets a bit of a problem. And I've completely forgotten how to get rid of the green one. So just counter her, yeah, here we go. This isn't going amazing, but I stay in conflict for so long that it just kind of makes it work for Nefaria, and there we go, fight over, and I'm still full health despite how shit that was. So yeah, I stopped talking for a bit there. I got panicky, I was in the corner. She started throwing spell after spell, even though I was blocking, trying to get her to her SP3. She didn't actually go to SP3 at all. So it didn't go to plan, but Nefaria still comes out 96% health. Yeah, that's just kind of Nefaria doing Nefaria things, especially on that node. He was constantly in Ionic mode. He's got immunity to bleed, and that reduces his Ionic. He's got no immunity to cold snap, but he's got massive resistance. So yeah, that node is pretty good for him in general, and you can see I did terribly on that node, but I still came out like 96%, so full health. Right, last fight. This should go a lot better than some of the other fights. Let's see. I think I've still got the invulnerability on, so let's just get in there straight away with Nefaria, and we've still got the invulnerability on as well. Let's make the most of it. All this looks like it's an ascended, so we basically want to get into Ionic mode as soon as possible here, get that big evade charge off of his heavy. We're in Ionic mode, let's hopefully get another one, push him into his, I've basically got 2 energy vulnerabilities on him now, so we're looking fairly good here. If I get another one here, I should be able to probably kill him within the next SP2. Let's see. Now I've got a SP3 thing on here, so I shouldn't lose any health. So we're looking fairly good right now. And there we go, yeah, fight's over. Good game, Destroyer. You had no chance there at all. 58 seconds, still full health. Easy fight. So yeah, that's my war done. It wasn't the best war. Let me just get the thing for my alliance mate. Yeah, it wasn't the best war. There were some big fuck ups there. I think Korg didn't go to plan. Nefaria, yeah, the game started crashing and lagging like crazy. You could see that. So yeah, maybe not so much of a fault of my own. Maybe I should have held back and said, yeah, no, that's not a good idea. A bit more, stayed stronger on it. But still came out, it was okay. And yeah, Enchantress didn't play it well. She can do Enchantress things, but Nefaria does Nefaria things as well. So, good game, guys. Best of luck to the rest of my alliance. I hope you enjoyed my voiceover. And yeah, I'm probably not going to be doing this shit again because, guys, that felt like a lot of pressure. But there we go. I did it. Cheers, guys. Catch you later.